Hello friends, you're welcome on Hozi 101. So today I really wanted us to be more candid, more casual, more chilled, and we talk about these things really that I had promised to keep bringing to you. And one of the things that I was thinking about while I was thinking about what to tell you this week was, do you really have friends? And this is a question that even came to me. Do I really have friends? And now I'm posing it to you. Do you really have friends? Let's talk about this. So, do you really have friends? Come closer and we explore this. Come and tell me whether you have friends. Because I've realized that, like, for us, the millennials, especially in our 30s, we really feel like we don't have friends. I don't know whether it's only me, but I've met several people who also complain that they don't have friends. So it was a constant to me, and I really wanted to discuss it with you guys. So you feel free to comment in the comment section and tell me whether you really have friends, or after all this that we've discussed, whether you really feel you have the people that you call friends. So growing up, it was such a nice time because I remember there was no social media. But somehow, somewhere, my friends, there is a way we would make an appointment and they come. They come at home or we meet somewhere. And there was no communication. We would meet like a certain day, let's say Wednesday in fellowship. And then we say on Friday, please come at home on Saturday. And they would come without me following them up. But nowadays, you can meet a friend or you see them on social media and you're like, you start planning a meeting and it never happens. It becomes a meeting of forever. Let's meet, even family. You are also guilty. Let's meet, let's make gatherings, but they never happen. I don't know whether for you guys you have seen this meme of where people show up, very many on social media, to discuss when they should plan a trip. But if you see the number of people that show up, eventually when the trip has come, that is if you're even very, very lucky to see them on social media participating. Some of them ghost you, some of them, they go in Kamoli, we call it Kamoli in Uganda. Like they keep quiet, they go mute when you start bringing things like, let's meet or let's have a catch up or a coffee or a trip. People keep quiet, and I wonder what happened. We were more vibrant when we were younger. Things like we really wanted to meet, but nowadays people do not want to meet. People are lonely. And so that brings me to that question. Again, do you really feel like you have friends? Because for me, it's 50-50. So again, recently I was talking to a friend and we were asking ourselves, why is it that people don't even want to meet? Since COVID 2020, there's a lot of things that I learned. I think that is when we were really maturing and growing up. And so COVID brought in a lot of thoughts. We were isolated. We sat down and thought, and for real, the reality of not having friends, you could really feel it. Where you have a problem, where those days you could find that maybe you don't even have food, or maybe you have a serious problem, but you look in your phone book and you're like, who can I call? Who can I call? And I know most of you guys, really think about it. Check in your phone books and see which person you can call in case there is a problem. Tell me. Because for me, I'm like, who? Yeah? Because me, I'm like, the first person maybe I would call would be my family because they are the safe place. But friends, I don't know, guys, man, we need to really revise. I was a person who really had friends. So all my friends come closer. Come and we discuss this thing. Why is it that we don't feel like we have friends? But then again, on the defense, I'm like, maybe people have grown. People have evolved, because I started by telling that when we were younger. But I'm thinking, many times you can think that you have friends just because, I think some of the time, I want to think that we became friends because of the schools we went to, and maybe where you came from, you all come from the same place, maybe your parents are friends, so you are forced to be friends, and so when that chapter ended, when you grew up, the friendship also phased. But then you keep thinking in your head, holding on to a memory, thinking these are your friends, my childhood friends, and then the reality of understanding that maybe that was a season and it ended is just coming in. Like when you have time to think about these things, you realize that maybe they were my friends because we're in the same school. Maybe they were my friends because we were in the same fellowship. Or maybe because our parents were friends. Maybe we came from the same village, you know? And so that reality hitting you, it really hits you hard, because the real natural you want to hold on to this friendship, and then they are not real friends. Yeah. So when I was thinking about all this friendship thing, I was like, could it be that people are quiet, people are no longer vibrant the way they were just because they got married? People get married. When they get married, they move on. People move to other different countries. So like if you move, you are no longer in contact with your friends the way you used to be. So you are no longer in the same place, same vicinity. You don't meet anyhow. So somehow the friendship also fades. And if people get married, they tend to make their spouses. I wanted to say spouses because guys, there is a time someone by the way said spouses. I know my friends are dying, those ones who understand this thing. I know you know that some guy once introduced his wife as a spouse. You guys, it's not easy. You know, like in Uganda, you can say Gatherland, you meant Gazaland, the mall. Okay, back to the point. I'm saying sometimes they make their spouses or their partners their friends. And I remember sometime my mother was, when I was actually young, I think I still had only my firstborn. He was so small. My mom told me, your real friends are your children. And it stuck with me. I realized actually they are the people that I can forge and make my friends who will stay forever. So maybe I can also give you the same advice, especially you who has children. Make your children close to you. Let them be your best friends, because people can grow up and evolve and change. The other people that you are still holding on to might actually not be your friends. They might have evolved and moved on. I always also give a second chance to people, because I ask myself, like, could it be you or could it be me who has not checked on these people? Because some friends actually take years without talking to you, but once you say hi to them or meet them, you hit it off as if you're continuing from where you stopped. I have those kind of friends. I know that I've not talked to them for a long time, but once we meet, we shall talk the whole day. I know them. And so maybe some of the friends, you need to really check on them. Also, what are the friendships? There's something that I'm learning from my church, and I give kudos to Worship Harvest, is my church and my pastors. They teach discipleship, and they really teach you how to do it. And in that way, while I'm learning how to do discipleship or to be discipled, I understand that can also be applied to friendship, because it's practical. If you're discipling someone, you need to know about them, you need to check on them, you need to know the nitty-gritties. Those things of saying hi to someone and they just say, you ask, how are you? And they just say, I'm okay. I say that a lot. I say I'm okay, but yet I'm not okay, because I don't want to go in details of explaining to you what I'm going through if I don't feel comfortable with you. But I'm saying, if you used to call them your friend, please get time and check on them and ask them beyond that, okay, are they really okay? You know? You go into details of getting to know people. What are the friendships? Give them gifts. If you're not a giver, you're finished. Because some friendships are rejuvenated by simple things like giving gifts to each other. I remember even when we were younger, we would share clothes. We would do simple things, you know, buy each other this. And our friendship was very intact. But nowadays, you're quiet, you've not said hi to friends, you've not given them anything, you only call them when you want. That can't be a friendship, my dear. So even you who feels that you don't have friends, maybe you need to go back and check how you are treating these people. You want them to give you too much, but for you, you're not giving them anything. Yeah. And also this goes to people who say things like, I'm praying for you. Please go and pray. Some people, by the way, when they say we are praying for you, that is the prayer. That's what they mean. It stops from there. They don't even remember your problems. If you check on someone, they are okay to tell you what is happening to their lives. Don't just say, I will pray for you, and you don't pray. It would be good actually if you began to pray. For me, I like doing it immediately. If we are chatting, I can record myself and pray with you immediately. If you're near, I can call you. If in the same vicinity, in the same country code, I can call you and we pray together live. I think that is very practical than just telling someone that you're going to pray for them. And social media has lied to us. We think that we have very many friends. Like there is a Facebook page that I was checking, mine, and I found like I had like 3-point-something followers. I'm like, what? All these people? But it's surprising. Like when you're putting out these videos, actually people don't subscribe. Even the few friends that you have, if you go inbox and tell them, please subscribe, you find it is very hard for them to subscribe. They don't want to share. Content creators, do you know what I'm talking about? Business people, do you know what I'm talking about? Those people that you call friends, they don't buy from you. They go and buy from other people. It's so ashamed that even it can happen in family. You find you have stuff that you're selling, or maybe you have something that is of interest, but your family members are they would rather go to another person than you. We need to improve on that. I'll be coming back on such issues that we have as Africans of not uniting. And all this stem from even friendship. Friendships, if you know that this is your friend and they've done something, maybe they're putting out content, be the one to share it on your status without them forcing you. You know, you have very many friends, you call them friends, they're on social media, but you have very few subscribers and you wonder what happened. Even no likes. That's how people end up liking their own content. You know, you find like you are the only one who has liked it, you're the only one who's commenting on yourself, and you ask yourself, where are my friends? This might sound tough because maybe people might think that I want likes, but for me, I'm a truthful person. Those who know me, my friends, know that I speak the truth. And a few of my friends who I contacted maybe and asked to share my things, they know it. Because I tell them, if you say you're my friend, then really sharing my things shouldn't be hard. Then why is it okay for you to share a song, someone's song that you don't even know, but you can't share your friend's content? You know, we need the likes, we need the subscription. Family, friends, please help your content creators to reach the level they want by sharing and, you know, talking to your friends. And how else will it go? Apart from you, it starts with you, really. Then another thing I really encourage maybe to be flexible. If you are in your 30s or any age and you feel like you don't have friends, of which I know research has shown many people don't have friends, you can also actually evolve. Be flexible, receive new ones. Actually, this is very hard for me. It's still very hard for me to make new friends. It's very weird. I'm like, do I trust them? You know, but I'm trying to tell myself to maybe be flexible and love the people that have shown you love and maybe trust them to be your friends. Some people, like I met some friends recently who are really good. I miss them. They know themselves, you know. I miss those people so much more than even my older friends because I opened my heart to love them, you know, and they're also loving me. They could actually be even younger than you. There's a time I would feel uncomfortable with one of my friends who is very quick at making new friends, young ones, what you find. But I think that is what she's free with, you know. And then girlfriends. It's very hard. Women, we need to improve, you know, because actually we can make strong friendships. Because if you're to look around as a woman, you'll be like, the strongest friends that I have are my fellow females. But yet the devil can also attack the same friendships These people, I can't forget this example. I remember there is a friend who told me that their friend was looking for a maid of honor, but looked around all their friends and all they wanted was the one who is less pretty. You know, let me choose that one because she's less pretty than me. She will not outshine me when I'm in my gown. You can imagine someone picking you to be their maid of honor just because you're less pretty. What a shade. You know, after realizing it, you will hate all that friendship and, you know, want to tear even the pictures. Female friends, female friendships should be stronger because we can grow the community. We can make great friendships than you can even be. Because women, for us, we talk. That's where even our depression will go, because we shall meet and talk and, you know, share these problems. And then we end up being okay at the end of the day. You can imagine only one female, not female, you can imagine only calling your girlfriends and you meet can take away the problems of a whole year. Because you will laugh, you will find out that they also have the same problems. Maybe yours is smaller and you come back a little bit lighter. And for the males, please also, you, apart from money, over who has money, who doesn't have, find a real friend who you can talk to, because you can be quiet, you can be having your issues at home, but you don't have anyone to share them with. Open up. You're going to die of depression, males. And we love you. You know, this world can't do without men. We want men in this world, but men are there. They don't talk. They don't have friends. They have friends only whom they can talk about business, football, business. Have a friend that you can have a candid conversation with. If your wife is having issues with this, someone you can talk to and they give you normal advice. So this story of my boys, and you're just meeting for alcohol and football, those things, please, let's evolve, you know. And if all these things fail, that's why we are calling for therapy. You can have a friend in a therapist. So friends, that is all that I had for you. I hope this video has been very helpful. So like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us, you know, help each other as we enjoy this channel. Nice time.